Right, this is Primal here with the Strypes at Why Not Festival. So, how you guys doing today?
Very well, yeah.
Caught me mid-yawn there, yeah, but I'm doing well.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I didn't
Yeah.
You good?
Alright, yeah.
Do you want to give yourselves a little introduction for the camera?
Yeah, hello, we're a band from Ireland. A very good band, some would say. A very shite band, some others would say, but don't listen to those people, they're stupid. We're a band that are playing here today, and we're looking forward to it.
What are we called?
The Strypes, is it though?
Oh, right. Didn't know.
So, how does it feel to be? You guys are pretty high up on the, relatively high up on the main stage, the lineup. So, how does that feel to be sort of up there with sort of bigger bands?
Yeah, it's very cool. We're looking forward to seeing Johnny Marr and Primal scream as well. We saw Johnny Marr in Buenos Aires. We did a gig there, and we were on just before him, and so kind of good to see him again. Relive old memories of Brazil, or Argentina. No, Brazil.
Sao Paulo.
So you guys done a lot of
Super well.
you guys are pretty young for a band to be sort of where you are, and like, did that ever throw any obstacles in your way, or was it always just like, you know, doesn't matter?
Natural, like, because we've just what we've been doing, and like, I suppose in retrospect, like, doing gigs at like maybe 14 or something was a bit young, but like, it's natural for us because it's just what we're doing the whole time. So it feels pretty normal to be here.
Yeah.
You know, great
Natural,
normal,
yeah.
but it just feels normal.
How does it feel, sort of, you know, you guys, because you guys are quite young, you're sort of taking steps that bands maybe 10 years older than you aren't taking or can't take? You know, does that give you a little confidence boost and things like that? You know, or do you not really see it that way at all?
I suppose you're forced to kind of adjust to that anyway, I suppose. And I don't know, like, the age thing again is kind of the least relevant thing and the less thing that, you know, people always go on about, you know, you're so young and everything, but at the same time,
10 years old is a bit too old.
you're a bit too old to be in a band in our position if you're 10 years older than us. But I don't know, like, we don't know what it's like to be 19 and not in a band, so it just feels normal enough to us.
It's kind of encouraging in a writing sense because a lot of like my favourite writers, their first albums or whatever was like when they were 23 or 24. So like I suppose that, and in the playing sense too, just to think about how, you know, much better at guitar or as tight as a band we can get in the next few years is really cool. And then think, oh, we'll only be 24 then, whatever. That's kind of encouraging.
That's sweet. And like you guys have done some, like you've started off, so when you're from Ireland, things like that.
Yeah.
What was how crazy was the jump from being maybe sort of 2011, sort of just doing little shows, and then all of a sudden 2013 you're with Arctic Monkeys and, you know, bands like that, you know?
Yeah, I suppose there was a week in September 2012 when we came over to London, and that was when we had a couple of small club gigs, all in about 2 or 3 days, and just the entire recording industry descended upon it. And that was a bit weird. That did feel a bit like a bit of a whirlwind thing, because we did 3 gigs in one night. We did one in this club with Gazmail's Rock and Blues. We did that, we did the gig, and then we ran, Mark Lamar was at it.
Yeah.
Actually, then ran all the gear up the street, picked up all the gear and walked up the street, walked through the crowd with the gear, walked up the street to Ronnie Scott's club, played there, and then we got a call from the lad who was running the other club saying there's no one's leaving until you come back and do another show. So we had to bring all the gear back down to 3 gigs in one night, and just kind of all that sort of stuff. That was a kind of quite a mental week where we kind of thought, oh, there is something going on here, and kind of hadn't had a week like that since.
No.
So, it was a good week.
I mean, what's it like playing with a band, like, you know, you start off playing in front of maybe sort of your friends,
Yeah.
and then you go on and it works out maybe you've got 100 people there,
Yeah,
and then you're playing this huge show and there's thousands of people there. Does that make any difference to you, or do you just see it as, do you guys sort of restrict yourselves and say, all right, this is just another gig, let's just do what we do?
Yeah, you just adjust to it. Like, I mean, they're just different types of gigs. Like, I mean, a club gig and a festival like this are just so different. I suppose our approach to it isn't different. We still go out and we just try and go mad and try and be good. But I think, yeah, the whole thing is, like, in retrospect, the jumps seem a lot more sudden. But at the time when you're living it, you don't really think, you know, and I suppose you get little moments of it, like when we found out we were going to be touring with the Monkeys. Like, the day we found out we were going to be touring with the Monkeys, like, everyone was like losing their shit. But then, you know, like a week later, you've adjusted to the fact that you're going on tour, and you know, that sort of way. So then everything becomes sort of like just a really nice normal.
Yeah, and a tour like that as well, we did the whole of the UK and Europe with them, so it was like nearly 2 months in the end. So by the end of it, you've got really into the routine of it, you know, where you to see a tour on that level, how it operates and how everything works, it's really impressive.
Yeah. I mean, you guys had to come quite a long way to sort of get to this point. I mean, what are you hoping for in the future? Are you hoping that one day someone will be like doing the same thing as you, where they say, like, we're going to be supporting the Strypes and that's going to be the best thing sort of ever, or, you know?
Yeah, I think I get a bit of a buzz sometimes when someone says, you know, yeah, I started playing because you, or like, you know, you're a big influence on us. Or like sometimes you see videos of people online to send it to you saying, oh, we cover your song on the set, and you go, that's kind of cool, because we covered a lot of acts that we liked when we were young. So kind of have someone say us like that's kind of cool. But I don't know, the ambition's kind of just to low enough, kind of.
Did you get the album out?
Yeah,
That's the ambition at
on
the
the
minute.
21st. Yeah. It's out on the 21st and then just touring. But yeah, I think the main thing is like just repeating the cycle and trying to just make it on a bigger level each time. So like, I mean, you know, last time was like number 5 or something, so you'd love if the next one was number 4. You know what I mean? Like, you just gotta look at it like that, and you know, just as long as we're all enjoying it, and we fucking love doing the gigs. Like, and the gigs is kind of the only reason we were ever in a band was to play live to people. So as long as we can keep doing that, it's cool.
I mean, how did you find, like, the UK scene can be either really vibrant, like on a day like this, you've got thousands of people turning out to see music, or you'll go and play a gig, you'll hype it all up, and then like 10 people turn up, and you know, it's kind of, it can be going stale in some places, some places better. How did it treat you in, you know, your first few years?
It's treated us very well. I mean, all our experiences in the UK have been really good. I mean, the most extensive UK tour we've ever done was this year. In most of May and June, we did, you know, maybe 30, something like that. So I mean, like, we did a lot of clubs around the UK, a lot of venues that were really good to us, and most of the gigs sold out, and there was, like, you know, far more good than bad, which was great.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think the more north you go too, I think that's what we've found, is the more north in the UK you go, just the better the gigs are. Like, the crowds are just crazier. I don't know what it is, but they're just crazier. Like, I kind of like, London's probably the most chill place, which is funny because it's got the biggest, you know, it's the biggest music scene, but it is quite chill in terms of crowds. And
but I think it's funny. Sorry, go.
no, go, it's good.
Like, we went to places like Hull and places like that, and kind of we were talking. Like, some of those gigs were like insane. Like, Hull was scarily intense because just a load of lads going mental. But we were talking to them after, and they're saying, like, you know, they feel starved at gigs or places like that. So if you go to places like that, there's definitely an audience for it. Like, you know,
They
people,
really wanna
don't
go.
normally go there.
Yeah, they want to go mental because they don't get the opportunity to.
Yeah, well, Hull, yeah.
Whoa, hold on a second. Hull's a very nice place.
Yeah.
One of the best bands ever come out of England, where we came from, Hull, the House Martins. Let's not forget about those lads. Yeah.
You know, thanks very much for your time. You know, we'll be catching you later. The album comes out on the 21st, alright? Yeah, so check that out. It's been the Strypes at Why Not Festival, Primal. See you later.